We got this kind of wacky lawnmower, and I wanted to do a little quick video on it, on the idiosyncrasies of getting it started and getting it running. It's 10 years old and it runs and works great, but it's something that doesn't just, it's not just out of the box. The first thing you'd have to do is fix the front tire, make sure that it holds air. It leaks air for some reason, we can't figure it out. It's off the bead, and you can blow it up, it'll get your grass cut, but then you have to bring it in the garage. When it sits for a couple of days, the air goes out of the tire. I think it's around the bead somewhere, and we just can't get the tire off to take it up to have Perry do anything with it. And we got a compressor, so that's how we deal with it. So you turn the compressor on over by the motorcycle. A little compressor like the one that you plug into your car just won't get it. You have to have a big compressor, and we happen to have one, which is why we haven't really done anything with it. The switch on top of it, right there, is broken, so you just plug it in, and it charges up to 100 pounds of pressure. When it's charged up, it stops running. Get the end of the hose. And blow the tire up, and that's what I'm going to do now. You just have to make sure the tire catches the bead. Make sure the other tires have air in them as well, as long as you're doing it. Next thing you do is put more in neutral. It's over here. And it happens to already be in neutral. And release the brake. Push it outside. Never start it in a garage. Never try and start it in a garage. There's a valve on top of the gas tank. Make sure it's turned all the way to the left, counterclockwise. Take the cap off and see how much gas you got. No reason to start with an empty tank. And we need to put a little gas in there. We happen to have a can in the garage. It's the big 5-gallon can, but make sure you don't use the one that's marked for chainsaw oil. It'll smoke like it's on fire. Next thing you do is check the oil. It's barely acceptable. Make sure anytime you get on or off it, you turn the key off so you save the battery. You can start it with the push or with the pull starter over here after it gets warm. And occasionally, if you feel like Superman, you can start it with it cold. Got service in August of 2009, along with a little more. There's 2 keys on there, on the key ring. One key fits the driver, and one key fits the electric start on the other more, the highboy. It's got the same key ring on the highboy, just in case. That way if you lose the key ring, you don't lose both keys. them up for a while. Inspect all the connections to the grass catching apparatus. Make sure they're all in the right place and it's not blowing all over the yard. Right around the house you need to pick up, because it picks up all the dog turds. But right around the house, in the front and the back, you need to pick up. Outside the second layer of azaleas, you can pretty much just blow wherever you want to blow. I think somebody's out at the gate. We're at the point where it's going to need gas. Important thing to remember is let it cool down 20 minutes before you add gas. Never put gas in a hot lawnmower, never do it in the garage. We happen to have gas on hand. We'll use a big 5-gallon can if you got to go get some. And that's it. I'm good to replace the cap. Use 87 octane in all the motors out here. It's good enough. Oh, and remember, never put the lawnmower away hot. Let it sit out there about 30 or 45 minutes before you put it in the garage. Another thing is to make sure that the debris basket's empty. Make sure there's no compost in the back of it, because it'll sit in there and rot and stink up the garage. So empty it in the pile before you put the lawnmower away. And if you have to take the mulcher off to hook the trailer up, if you use the trailer, make sure you always put the mulcher back on for Mom in case she wants to use it. And if you have to take the mulcher off, make sure you always put the mulcher back on. Always leave it set up with the mulcher on, so it's easier for whoever has to use it. Make sure you leave the key turned off. And make sure you turn the key off so the battery will be charged next time you want to use it.